job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Tua going to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Desmond King back deep. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Texans will take over. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at the 33-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Mills. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mills. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they said. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Mills now. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard from 19 yards away. And the Texans put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run right side with Mostert. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good. And
they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. First down, Mills. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ready?
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Ready?
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Ready? Set.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 37 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you're going to tie the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons. Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Our first down throw for Mills. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 33. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. on 2nd and 7. Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. John Jenkins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. In motion comes the tight end left. Fourth down, Mills. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Once again, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They hand it off to Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Out of his end zone, Mills. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, they turn to Burkhead. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd down and goal. Tua on the move to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A 2nd down throw for Mills.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
To throw from his end zone, Mills.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He shakes him off. Eventually, he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack.
Jalen Phillips in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mills to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it, changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately, I'm not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Play fake, Mills.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Mills on 4th down.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 22-point game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that